win the men's soccer championship in the Big Ten with Emily Eamon, Connor Onion. Through one set, Illinois and Purdue from Holloway Gym in West Lafayette. These are two household names on the pins that we're watching. Raina Terry for Illinois and Eva Hudson for Purdue.
Both have been outstanding tonight. Raina Terry already 5 kills, leading Illinois in that category, over 2 times the amount of attempts as the next player. She is the heart and soul of this Illinois team. Eva Hudson, the same thing for the Boilers. She has been phenomenal tonight. 6 of 14, hitting over 400. She is doing it in all areas of the game, not just using her power, but using that high volleyball IQ to perfectly place her shots.
This is Hudson against Terry for the 4th time in their careers. So far, it's Eva Hudson 2 wins, Raina Terry 1 win. And it could be the last time as college players we see it. Raina Terry out of eligibility after this.
Don't talk about that. It's too soon. We can't say goodbye yet. This is why we love these matchups so much, because they have such high stakes. And here's a comparison right now between Terry and Hudson. You see those kills per set numbers. Hudson has been outstanding this season and hitting at a pretty efficient clip. And that good pass percentage, for context, normally you want to be, the goal is in that 60 range. 50 or above is pretty good for an outside hitter too. Both of these a little bit lacking in that category, but just phenomenal all-around players that both teams rely on so heavily all the way around.
Good news, Emily, is that we don't have to say goodbye soon because both are going to be playing the postseason.
Thank God.
This is a top 30 RPI matchup. Purdue is fighting to host in the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament. And the Illini with an RPI of 26, trying to come back in this match, and a good start at the service line with the ace for Avery Hernandez.
And Purdue hit nearly 300 during set 1. A lot of that was because the passing was so good. Illinois has to put in more service pressure here in the second.
Well, that is their biggest strength and advantage in this match, is their serving. And that's how they get ahead, but just for a moment in set 2.
A little sneak attack up front from Eva Hudson, looking like she's going to swing on that ball at the last second. Sees it's not even over the net, but that physical presence scares off the Illini.
I'd be scared as
I would be terrified.
A net defender against Eva Hudson. Well, we gave you that matchup of Terry against Hudson. The player who usually has more kills usually wins the match. And Terry just tied Hudson. Both have 6 to start this one.
I mean, it's been a slugfest up front between Terry and Hudson on the other side. Raina Terry is showing off that arm strength tonight. She's got a heavy arm and she is not afraid to use it. And she's shown us tonight that she can put a hole in the floor.
That has been the direct correlation. Last year they split the match. Terry and the Illini won. She had more kills, but they block Hudson this time.
Shutting down or slowing down Hudson is going to be something that Illinois had to make that adjustment on here in the second set. This was a much better job getting those 2 blockers right next to each other in this out-of-system play.
One of the few times that Hudson has been stopped in the opening set plus. Right back to her. Double block is there. Philpott hands on. Philpott hands on again, but Colvin powered it past.
Raven Colvin was a little quieter at the end of the first set, but she got going really early on for Purdue, especially key when the passing is that good. Anderson has to continue to establish that middle threat because that opens things up for players like Eva Hudson later on the outside.
That's a fun matchup in the middle because it's the vet Colvin who's been doing it at a high level for a while against Philpott in her first year, putting up big numbers for the Illini. Here's Lizzie Carr. Tool shot kill.
How about the defense from Purdue? This is just one of the first times this season we're seeing the block put up 3 against an outside attacker. They're bringing in Hudson up front to defend Raina Terry. She's still getting it by, though, but Allie Hornung, phenomenal job defending outside of that to transition in the play.
Well, Purdue has the edge as far as the backcourt defense overall because they have a player like Chloe Chicoine back there. And Purdue leads the Big Ten in digs per set. And this point carries on. Hornung up to the tape with Terry getting a piece of it. Mosher falling away. That was touched, so it recycles. And between the block, Terry slides it through.
Terry and all of Illinois right now to start off the second set is doing a better job of seeing the block where it's formed and going around it. Purdue had 6 blocks just in the first set alone, so Illinois had to make that adjustment.
Okay, maybe it wasn't touched. That's what Dave Shondell will challenge. And a ball that slid along the tape.
Original call was no touch. Purdue is challenging that there was a touch on the play.
Well, that contact.
Excuse me. We called a touch on Purdue. They are challenging that there was no touch.
We knew what they meant.
Yeah. And normally you don't challenge a ball if your player actually did touch it, but sometimes it's really tough to tell on the cameras. So we're actually looking for some potential net movement, it looks like.
But I think wasn't it the contact? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Terry here. So did it hit the blocker or did it hit the tape? I think that's what they'd be looking at, right? Because the up ref originally said that was touched, recycled.
Yeah, it's tough to tell because the swing, based on that look.
That looks like tape to me.
It looks like tape to me as well.
Yeah, Colvin didn't touch that.
After the review, there was a touch. Illinois keeps the point.
Really?
Well, they have access to cameras that we don't have, so based on the looks we saw, questionable, but based on the looks that they saw, obviously told a different story.
I don't know, from that last look, it looked like it was way outside of Colvin, but all right.
We play on.
So Purdue burns their first challenge. 1 left, unless we go to 5. Carr out of the middle. Barry picked it up, but outside the antenna. Purdue ties it up.
Great side out for Purdue in that play. Just finding ways to get it done. A good pass from Hudson allows that middle attack to happen. Forcing that near overpass.
Martinez Mundo retreating in serve receive. And she has the first ball here. Mosier for Philpott. And off the hands and out.
Philpott is showing her versatility up front. They're not just running her in front or behind on a slide. This time on a back one, meaning it's a quick attack right behind the setter, just varying up that attack depth.
Well, when the pass has been there, they've gotten their freshman middle Philpott involved a ton in their offense. And Carr, emerging player on that right side for Purdue the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Lizzie Carr's been really impressive. Already 4 for 6 tonight. 0 errors. She's trending upward, and that's why Dave Shundell has kept her in this lineup. She went in at the end of their Indiana match a few weeks ago and kind of just hasn't taken her out since.
Yeah, at the end of that match and had 10 kills in that match. And that's out. And Purdue loves the versatility they have with her because Carr has started matches at both middle and opposite this season for Purdue.
Yeah, it's huge to have her on that right side because you can also run slide attacks, meaning quick attacks behind the setter, normally what a middle runs. And that versatility and this dynamic play really adds a lot to your offense.
Anderson out for Chacoin. Buzzes that one down.
We talk so much about Eva Hudson, but Chloe Chacoin has just been quietly doing well for this team. She continues to rack up kills, not in necessarily flashy ways, but she gets it done. She's so good at keeping this ball in play.
Well, it's usually Terry and Hudson that decide these type of matches, Purdue and Illinois, but Chacoin and Hernandez could have a lot to say about that.
There's got to be an X factor in there somewhere, and it could absolutely be either Hernandez or Chacoin.
Well, there's Hernandez steering it out. That's usually been the positive correlation win versus loss for Illinois. When Hernandez goes 10-plus kills, they've won 6 in a row in the Big Ten, fighting Illini. That includes that USC match, top 20 win for the Illini recently. And Terry out.
Terry just continuing to bring the heat. Looked like she wanted to touch on that ball. Based on that look, it looked over, but no challenge.
And Martinez Mundo with the bump set. And there's Hernandez with a good strike.
And that's such a difficult ball to swing out of system because it's coming from behind Hernandez's head. So she can't see the block in front of her and is essentially taking a blind swing at it and still managed to get the kill.
Illinois hopes that's the turning point of Hernandez's night, who was hitting negatives before that swing. And she's up there playing net defense.
This is exactly what Illinois needed. A little more pressure on the serve. Brooke Mosier is doing a phenomenal job serving Purdue out of system, dropping this ball right in. That forces Purdue in a tough spot, and the block is reading it really well.
Well, Mosier put another serve in that Anderson took care of.
This is a smart decision from Anderson up front, identifying that Mosier didn't come in time, was kind of sauntering back to her spot. It's an easy put down for a setter.
That's a good pull by you, sauntering.
Pulled out my dictionary for that one.
Sharp one for Smith. And Hudson, man, it hasn't been the big power tonight for Hudson. It's been the mid-tempo stuff.
Yeah, she's making it look easy, just putting this ball right to middle back. Because Illinois' middle back is shifting to the right just a little bit, that opens the middle on her side. And Hudson, using her great court vision, sees that and perfectly places it. Normally there's a defender right there, but because Illinois is shifting, it scores.
Hudson up to 8 kills. And Myers over to get a block touch. And sliding around for the attack. Mosier for Terry out of the back row. Hornung with the set for Hudson. Martinez Mundo hangs in. Hernandez. Hudson. Terry saves it. Oh, good look at the two-star outsides. Going head-to-head there. Right back to Hudson. And finally, it goes away for Hudson.
Both sides laying out for some of these balls. Rita Terry on Illinois' side, diving save in the back corner just to keep this ball alive. Then Illinois side as well, McAleer doing the same thing. And here's that last kill. Purdue's just able to transition out of it.
Chacoin serving for Purdue, up by 3, up 1-0 in the match. And Illinois back within 2. With Kari Bohm. Hernandez serving for Illinois. Well, there's the power from Hudson. Up against a speaker. Terry makes the read on it. It stayed on their side, so it's playable. And Myers, hold on now, what do we got? Oh, we're going to replay the point.
That's tough. Whistle blown just a little bit too soon. Fantastic up on Illinois' side.
Now the inadvertent whistle leads to the replay of the point. And on 2 to the back corner. More crabs for Anderson.
Anderson's doing a really nice job making herself known as a threat up front. Every time she's up there, it seems like we're getting at least one attempt from her, and in different ways, shoving it down to the middle, going for the back corner, being aggressive up there.
And she'll just kind of stoically smile at her teammates that come over to celebrate.
Never too much emotion from Anderson.
Hudson cross court. That's out.
Hudson definitely going for fingertips on that one to try to hit the back corner, just missing a little bit over the block.
She wasn't happy with herself there either. Shaking her head a little bit.
I mean, that's a mistake that you're okay with because she's essentially going up and over the blockers.
Right.
Doesn't happen too often.
Chacoin roll. If it wasn't Smith, it was Martinez Mundo. With Hernandez into the net.
This is where Illinois has to make a change and try to just get some offense going. Even in tough, chaotic situations, someone has to go up and take a strong swing because you can't let Purdue go up by more than this.
Well, Mosier back to the middle with Philpott. It was sealed off.
Such a good read on Purdue's side. Both Carr and Colvin working together on this gap set. It's right between them, but they dove their hands back inside. It's such a difficult ball to block, but Purdue gets it done.
Another move up the rankings for Raven Colvin. She's now 9th as Purdue leads it 1-0, leading by 4 in set 2. The Big Ten is always stacked. It got even deeper this year. Purdue and Illinois are right there inside the top 30 with Purdue playing for a host in the NCAA tournament.
And what the RPI means is it's normally a good indication of which teams are going to make the NCAA tournament. You normally need to be in that 50 range to make it. You could maybe sneak in at 55, maybe 60. But for Purdue and Illinois right now, Illinois is pretty much in at this point. They'd have to potentially lose out, and even if they did, it wouldn't matter. They would likely still be in. For Purdue, they're trying to host for the NCAA tournament, being a top 16 seed, meaning they'll host for the first 2 rounds.
Terry with a big rip out of the timeout. Illinois within 3. Purdue, you said it, they don't have a bad loss, and they've taken care of all the unranked teams that they've played. They've also beaten Kentucky and Utah out of conference.
Yeah, so you look at that number 20 in RPI, you say, okay, well, that's well out of the 16 range, but they have great wins, and the biggest thing is all of their losses are to great teams in front of them.
And that is down for Lizzie Carr. And I would bet, Emily, that the committee will look at the match they played on the road at Lincoln where they pushed Nebraska to 5.
We're basically in control the entire time, right up until the end of that 5th set as well. Again, great losses on their side. You got to win over Kentucky, Minnesota, Utah, who's in the top 15 of RPI as well. So you're great with those numbers. To me, they look easily in for the top 16 as long as they continue to keep doing work at the end of this season. But they've got a tough stretch ahead.
Yeah. Interesting, right? Because the RPI is 20 for Purdue, but the ranking is 8.
Yeah.
Mosier loads it up for Terry.
Illinois is going to continue to get Raina Terry going when they're looking to claw their way back in this set. They're going to rely on their go-to attacker. That is always Raina Terry, whether she's in the front or the back court.
2 massive swings for Terry out of the timeout. She's up to 9 kills, tying with Hudson for the match high. Colvin getting up. Barry with good work on defense. Hernandez into the net, fished out after Hudson dug it. Philpott slide. Hudson another dig. Coyne stuttered the feet and still scored it.
Chloe Chacoin has been exploiting the middle of the court for Illinois all night long, scoring a lot of times on this off-speed, either roll shot or tip, right in the middle of all of them.
It's been balanced around Hudson. She's been the clear leader, as she has been most of the year for Purdue, but Carr, Chacoin, Colvin, all with 4+ kills for the Boilermakers. On 2, Mosier gets creative.
Really smart decision from Mosier. She hasn't had too many balls that she's taken over on 2. This was a perfect time to do it. A tight pass just goes right inside the block.
With that attacker's mind that she has. 2nd year as the full-time setter for Illinois. Chacoin down the line.
Great vision from Chloe Chacoin up front. This ball's pushed all the way out to the antenna. That allows the line shot to happen. Blockers are too far inside. Chacoin rips it right down the line.
Chacoin efficient. Already has 9 digs.
She's a double-double machine.
Double-double machine. And that's out. Purdue extends it by 4. Yeah, Chacoin last couple matches has been super efficient. She had 16 kills, hitting over 500 in their last win. She's at 444 tonight with that hitting number.
It's a 1-2 punch on Purdue's side. Okay, maybe Eva Hudson goes to the backcourt. You still got to worry about Chacoin up front.
That serve from McAleer into the net. Well, midway through the 2nd set, she already has as many digs as she had that entire match against Rutgers. Chloe Chacoin. Martinez Mundo underneath. Hernandez with the left, and it zigzags through that Purdue defense.
Illinois starting to get back in this set, playing a lot craftier, trying to exploit open holes on Purdue's side. Really good up by Martinez. Mundo just getting that ball over. Just a little bit of chaos happening on Purdue's side.
I've always wondered if that Illinois celebration makes them dizzy.
It made me dizzy watching it, so.
The snow globe celebration. Lourdes Myers rises up for her third kill of the night.
This is where Purdue has to keep the pedal on the metal, keep that offense balanced, and continue to keep taking big swings against Illinois.
A little bit of something from all the hitters so far for Purdue. Good spread for Anderson, their setter. Mosier working hard to get to that ball. Smith off balance, taking a cut. Mosier right back to Smith. Offense and defense for Lourdes Myers.
Purdue's block has been outstanding all night. Already their 8th block of just this match. We're not even through 2 sets.
And she has Purdue hitting over 300. As the captain of the offense for Purdue, they're trying to take a 2-0 lead, up by 4 after they took set 1. Hernandez off the net. And Hudson, one arm saved it. But it's a 3-point set.
Hudson has just been sacrificing her body left and right to make plays. She ran into the scorer's table earlier, this time going into the stands to try to make a play. I mean, this girl has no quit.
And courteous to the fans, too. No pain, and she's right back to her happy place up at the net.
Yeah, not as courteous to Illinois, just hammering balls left and right. She has taken her play to the next level, and you can see it, that look in her eye. I mean, it is go time.
10 kills for Hudson already. And what is really an inevitability every single night that Hudson is going to give you a big number in the kill column. Kari Bohm. It's always a bonus for Illinois when their defense first middle can give them something on the attack.
Yeah, normally Chris Thomas talks about how he recruits middle blockers, not middle hitters, and Bohm has been a perfect example of that. She's a great blocker, but they've really worked to develop her offensive game.
She was efficient when they beat USC, hit 800 that night. Also had a perfect night against Iowa recently. Well, Purdue extends it. No, that's out. That's out. Colvin steers it out, back to 2 points. Martinez Mundo with the service. Anderson out to Hudson, and the reliable outside does it again.
When Purdue is tight or trying to close the setup, they'll often go to their go-to attacker, which is Eva Hudson. In these situations, you have to expect the ball, even on good passes, is going to her because she's almost sure for a point.
Her and Chicoine both hitting over 300 on the outside. Chicoine's at 400, and the block shows up for Carr on Terry.
A huge moment for Carr to get that block because they knew that Illinois was going to go to Raina Terry, their go-to attacker, trying to claw their way back in the set. A really good finish from Carr up front.
Purdue trying to win their 16th set in their last 17 played. They have been dominant since their last loss, winning 6 matches in a row, hoping for 7 tonight. Hudson rattles the block. Set point, Boilermakers.
Hudson just making it look easy up front, picking apart blocks on her side, even when they're well formed against her. Going through it.
A 3-0 scoring run for Purdue to get here. And Phil Pott almost kept this set alive. Second chance at it with Terry. Hornunga's underneath it. But back to the Illini. Terry, a second shot at it. Hudson on set point. Terry, a third swing on this point. It's the charm.
Expect every ball to continue to go to Raina Terry up front. She is their go-to attacker. She's got the hot hand. already 11 kills on the night, and they'll look to her in these big moments as their leader.
She's had some big runs individually throughout her career. This would be right near the top of the list if she can bring Illinois back, facing several set points. And Hudson puts an end to that. Just a scintillating night to start this match for Eva Hudson. 13 kills.
Fans.
I'm trying to remember the number of continents that were represented when we were at volleyball in Nebraska last year. I think every, I don't know about Antarctica.
At least 5.
5 to 6.
5 to 6.
Well, Purdue with a loud start to the third set with Eva Hudson. 14 kills for Hudson in this match.
Illinois has to find a way to shut down or at least slow down Eva Hudson, because she is not going anywhere. And when she gets that hot hand and that mentality to go for it every time, it becomes scary.
Chloe Chacoin's had a good night as well. So has Raina Terry, but that one a little bit outside for Terry, who has 11 kills through 2 sets.
Illinois loves to rely on Terry in these big moments. Again, backs against the wall for Illinois. This is a must-win set, but they still have to find a way to spread out that offense and keep it balanced, because they've become way too reliant on Terry.
When it's Purdue, Illinois, it's usually about which outside takes over the match. They're going right back to Terry. Illinois hopes that's the start to the climb back, down 2 sets to none. It has been so close between Terry and Hudson. They're playing deep matches, their production in these matches, and you never know which swing it could be that determines it. Well, it's Lourdes Myers giving some help to Hudson here.
Good adjustment from Lourdes Myers on this swing. It wasn't in the perfect spot for her to go up and take a good swing on, but she adjusted that arm swing mid-air and just put it right off the block.
Allie Hornung with the service. Martinez Mundo takes the second one, and Terry rips it.
Purdue's putting up a triple block up against Raina Terry, putting in 3 blockers up there. That's 6 hands, and she's still barreling it inside.
And whether it's Martinez Mundo or Mosier, their traditional setter, there's no secret where the ball's going.
No, they know where it's going, and they still can't stop her.
Terry playing net defense there, but that was a rocket from Colvin.
Colvin looks like she's been getting stronger as the season's gone on. She's hitting with just a little bit more oomph, and when that ball's in a perfect spot, especially in a one-on-one, you gotta look the other way. It's coming fast.
I'm telling you, pogo stick.
Get out of here.
Big leap from Colvin. Mosier to the back corner.
Smart shot from Brooke Mosier, going above the head of the libero in the backcourt. This is what makes a good dump when you're trying to send it deep. Doesn't get the first one, sneaky second one.
And 4 kills on the night for Mosier, the setter for the Illini. As Hudson threw a double block. Terry overhead. Hernandez shut down. Carr and Colvin.
Colvin. Again, Lizzie Carr, she lines up as a right side, but she's 6'6", and she's played middle before. In this rotation, Colvin had run on a slide, so they switched blocking positions and still got it done.
Mosier again on second contact, and Anderson saves the point for Purdue. Hernandez keeps it inside the antenna. Oh, Barry gets up. Martinez Mundo at the hustle. Well, Hudson wasn't exactly sure what to do, and she can't believe that that was ruled out.
And Purdue only has 1 challenge left. Do they burn it right now?
Well, Shondell's thinking about it.
He grabs for it.
He's going to say play on, I guess.
I mean, that was so close. That was so in.
Oh, and the crowd talked him into it. The crowd talked Dave Shondell into raising the challenge card. Oh, that was some fun showmanship, and they might win that based on that angle.
They should win that based on that angle.
Challenging that the ball was in.
Dave Shondell, he pump faked, and he kind of froze in walking position, walked away, and then the crowd was like, no! And then he goes back and grabs it.
Again, Purdue only has one challenge left, so is that worth burning it on this one? And when you have this good of a crowd around you that tells you it's in, I mean, feels like you got to challenge it. You got to trust your fans, not just your players. That one's a little bit tougher to tell. This looked like the best angle that we had. That's in. Oh, that's maybe not it. It's in, unless it's not.
Which makes me think it could stand, because you think, but we don't know.
You have to have conclusive evidence to either overturn or confirm the call. Based on the looks that we see, I think it's in, question mark.
I'm going stands. Okay. I'm going stands.
You know what? I'm going to say it's in. I don't feel strong about that.
Okay. Yeah, because that high angle, it's hard to tell.
After the review, the ball was in. Purdue will retain their challenge and will be awarded the point.
And Emily's 1-0.
I'm 0-2. It was great theater from Dave Shondell. Playing to that group of fans especially.
Yeah, you got to trust your fans. You can trust your players all you want. Here's the pump fake. Do I do it? No.
Okay.
All right. Give the people what they want.
Peer pressure works even on the venerable Dave Shondell. Mosier out for Philpott. Hornung comes flying in there. Back out for Philpott. Another block.
What a read from Raven Colvin and Chloe Chacoin up front. The outside takes this ball, meaning one of the only options that they have is this slide on a good pass. Philpott runs it. That block's just in a better position.
It is 10-4. Make it 11-4 Purdue in blocking tonight. And Terry into the tape. Purdue is up 5. Looking for a sweep in this third set.
There is no room for error right now for Illinois. They have to play as clean as possible from here on out. Backs against the wall, down 2-0 in this match. This is a must-win set.
The Illini hitting 106 as a team to Purdue's 364. And Terry reloads it for Hernandez. And Chacoin gets down. Carr pumps it for another kill. 6th for Lizzie Carr.
Carr's been so impressive on that right side. Really has stepped up for this Purdue team, and they needed just a little bit more production there. She started the last few matches and has been outstanding.
We've seen that for several years running now with Purdue, where they'll rotate those opposites. They're given matchups. Who's hot? Right now it's Lizzie Carr hitting over 600 in the match. Martinez Mundo with the dig. And Terry gets one back for Illinois.
Much better adjustment on that back row swing from Terry. The one before, she missed in the bottom of the net. This time swings higher with it and takes it to an angle. With a one-on-one block, she has both options available, but a good take right inside.
Remember, when it's Terry against Hudson, it's usually the player with more kills that wins the match. Hudson 15, Terry 14. But 2-0 Purdue with some support for Carr with 7 kills.
It hasn't just been the Eva Hudson show. Taylor Anderson is running a very balanced offense, making sure to get everyone involved.
And Carr is the second leading attacker. 7 out of 10. And Chacoin and Colvin both with 5. Well, Mosier and Illinois still looking for that consistent second option in this match. Could it be Hernandez? That would be a good start for Illinois. It's her 5th kill of the night.
And Illinois needs just a little bit more production from everyone else that isn't Raina Terry. That's a good place to start for Avery Hernandez.
Before that swing, Brooke Mosier, the setter, was their second leading attacker. So can they get Smith going on the right? Can they get the middles going a little bit? Chacoin, big swing. Martinez Mundo hangs in there. And Myers leaves no doubt.
Just a confident swing through the middle for Purdue. They need a little bit more of that, getting the middles involved. Anderson's done a really nice job in perfect pass situations of getting them involved and keeping them involved throughout the match.
For Myers, it's a 5-kill, 4-block night. Hernandez, that block for Purdue. Impossible to penetrate.
They have been phenomenal all night long, reading across the net so well. Both middles, Lourdes Myers and Raven Colvin, doing such. Purdue on top 12-5 here in the third set, and their block has been a massive reason why. And they're getting it done across, and it hasn't just been one person. Eva Hudson getting involved, Taylor Anderson getting involved. Raven Colvin has been phenomenal. 6 blocks already tonight. They are getting it done every single way.
The defensive advantage for Purdue in most matches in the front and the backcourt. And our State Farm State of Success brought to you by State Farm. 4.5 blocks per set with Raven Colvin leading them.
I mean, that's an insane number, especially when you think about this Illinois offense and the power that they have on their side with a player like Granateri trying to limit her ability to keep involved. But man, they've been phenomenal.
And the serving turns up with McAleer on the ace.
Did you just hiccup? I didn't want to call you out, but...
Did I not press my cough button? Excuse me.
And that's what you get here. We're always live.
Excuse me. I need the boiler block to spook me to get rid of the
This
hiccups.
just got so exciting.
All right. I guess it was just one hiccup. I'm good. Cool. Reel it in, Eamon.
Always goofy with you.
There's Myers slamming one down for Purdue.
Taylor Anderson continuing to keep everyone involved in this. And if you're Illinois, again, no room for error. You have to play as clean as possible. That starts with a good pass right now. You have to nail this one.
And Terry puts it away. 15 kills, matches Hudson's 15.
That's a huge play that Illinois needed. Nailing that pass, getting Terry going on a quick set, putting it down. They need to find a little bit more offensive production.
And Terry coming back for this final season. She could have gone pro as Martinez Mundo into the tape. Could have gone pro, could have started other professional pursuits, but I think she's going to play for a long time, don't you?
She's so much fun to watch. She's so fiery. She takes charge of that backcourt. She's really well-rounded, too. She's got great hands for her second balls.
Free chance at it for the Boilermakers. And Colvin has had a really nice night. Blocking and swinging. 6 kills, 6 blocks.
Colvin's just been unloading on these swings. The ball's been in the perfect place for her to do so, and she is not leaving any room for question marks.
Mosier with the back set for Smith. Hornung was waiting for it. Hudson over the top. Smith gets a piece. Colvin tip. And 2 come crashing in. Martinez, Mundo, and Smith. And back to the ground at a 10-point lead.
And all of a sudden, Purdue has just extended this lead time and time again. The defense is doing work on their side, not only getting it up, but putting it in a great position to keep all hitters involved.
Emily, what will be the biggest factor on whether or not Purdue is a first weekend team or a second weekend and beyond team of the tournament?
Well, the biggest thing for Purdue right now is finding ways to click and be consistent with that. We've seen the highs of the highs. Again, that 5-set loss in Nebraska was one of the best matches that we've seen Purdue play all season long. But they have to continue to do that consistently. The way that Purdue is trending right now as well, they've won their last 16 of 17 sets. They've continued to keep pressure on teams both from the service line and on attack. And that defense has continued to get better and better as the season's gone on. The biggest key is doing that consistently through 2 matches.
And maybe here as much as any other place, if they can play at home, a tough place to get used to coming in for a first weekend of the NCAA tournament.
That's a huge advantage for whichever teams come in. And this is a Purdue team that's not only trying to make it through the first weekend, but make it through that second weekend and reach their first Final Four.
Race, we will give you the full picture here in a moment, but Purdue in 4th place right now, looking like number 6 in the country tonight. Good response out of the timeout with Philpott. So coming down to the final 5 matches or 4 matches of the year, depending on who you are. Nebraska 16-0, Penn State 1 back with Wisconsin still a shot to grab the title.
You know what I love about the Big Ten schedule is it almost always comes down to that last weekend. We have Nebraska playing at Penn State on next Friday. So it is going to be an epic battle for potentially who could win that Big Ten title. That could determine it.
Colvin into the net. Yeah, it's great to have the head-to-head because it's not a situation where all 3 teams have to just win out and get help or anything like that. It's decided on the court in the final couple of weeks.
And Nebraska right now in control of their own destiny. They could easily potentially win out.
Carr sends it out. And Illini with a little burst out of this timeout. They're trailing by 11, have it back to 8.
And this is where Illinois could learn a lot about their team. Backs against the wall, down 8 in this set. Must-win set to continue this match on. Can they continue to fight?
Final match of this really tough 5-match set for Illinois. 2-2 coming into this one, including the top 20 win against USC. Mosier on the run, setting Hernandez, and Chicoine with another slick dig in the back. Chicoine makes the call on this one. She can dig, she can bump set, and Hudson helps her out.
Perfect ball from Chloe Chicoine in the backcourt, setting up Hudson beautifully. And Hudson identifies the block in front of her. Great transition play, getting her feet to the ball and going for that line shot.
Hudson with 17 kills. Most in this match. Hornet brings it back. And Barry steps in front in the defense for Illinois. Hands on, block touch Colvin. And Terry had Colvin leaning up there at the net.
Illinois just has to continue to chip away at that lead, play as clean as possible, and take big swings because tips are not going to come back in this match.
You said tips?
Tips are not going to...
Like Bears-Packers?
Get out of here. I was waiting for that one. I was hoping he was never going to come.
There's Colvin. That's not a tip. Slam time.
So annoying. It's coming from a Bears fan to a Packers fan. Get out of here.
Which one is which? I'm sure you can guess at home.
From my dejected voice, I'm sure you know exactly which one is which.
Well, Bohm is shut down. Lourdes Myers has Purdue 3 points away.
13 blocks on the match from Purdue already. They are doing a phenomenal job identifying where this ball is going, and a solo stuff from Myers on this one, reading it beautifully.
And then just nonchalantly celebrating. The 13th block of the night for Purdue. Does Illinois have a late surge? And Terry with her 17th of the night to match Hudson with 17.
Just going blow for blow right now. A bunch of heavyweights fighting out.
See Terry talking to the front court, saying, let's go, we're not done. Martinez Mundo underneath it. Hernandez. Hornung stationary to set. Martinez Mundo, another rangy play. And down in the donut. Avery Hernandez for the Illini.
If Illinois is going to come back, they can't just rely on Raina Terry. They have to continue to spread this offense out, and everyone else has to be just as terminal. Great shot from Hernandez.
6 kills, 6 dig night for Hernandez. Hudson out. That's a 3-0 Illinois run.
That's just Eva Hudson's 3rd error of this entire match. She was hitting over 400 up until that point. So those are the errors that you're okay with barely missing the sideline. I mean, that was inches.
Tip for Woolard. Kenna Woolard, Illinois native in there against her home state team. Illinois on a run here, 4 in a row. They've got it to 6 in this 3rd set.
Illinois has to continue to have that quick, fast memory, fast mentality, continue to have that fight and grit in the backcourt. This is what tournament teams do. You might be down, but you have to find a way to battle back.
It's come with Reagan Riley at the service line. Serving Woolard. And Hudson has to push. So they have 5 in a row. The back set for Carr to end the run.
If Purdue wants to stay in contention for hosting through the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, they need to assert their dominance. That's exactly what they're doing tonight against a very good Illinois team and a good offense in Illinois. They're finding ways to slow them down and transitioning that beautifully.
Purdue trying to bring up a match point. Call up at the net. That's a point for the Illini on the net call against Purdue. So Avery Hernandez will try to go on a nice extended run here. Trying to bring Illinois back from what was once an 11-point Purdue lead in this set. Smith, Hudson, ranging left and right. Woolard with a kill against her home state team. The Dunlap, Illinois native brings up match point, and it will be Woolard that gives way for Chacoin to serve. Chloe Chacoin. Lena Terry has 1 more for the road at least.
Illinois just needs to continue to chip away at that lead and expect them to keep giving Terry the ball.
Most of any hitter in this match, 18 kills for Terry. Illinois needs 6 more to draw even. Hudson looking for the sweep, and it'll have to wait at least 1 more point. Match point 3 coming up. Illinois could have shut this thing down. They were down 11 at 19-8. Clawed back to 5. But a 3rd match point for Purdue. It's Hudson. And that is that for Purdue. They sweep the match, win their 7th in a row, and are now 22-5 on the year.